taking jazz. I did that, so I was in first grade, so I did that till 5th grade, and that's probably why jazz is like my thing today still. That's where I started. When I was in 5th grade, I started taking it all, and then the year after that, I started competing, and I just kind of fell in love with it, and I was good at it. So I think, you know, you're always drawn to the things that you're good at, and ever since then, everything was dance. That's all I wanted to do. Didn't care about school. I did well in school. I did everything I had to do in school, but all I could wait for was getting off school to go to dance and dance all weekend. So that's kind of how it started. I immediately fell in love with it. And like I said, you know, I had a knack for it from the beginning. So I've been really lucky to travel to really awesome places, to perform, to teach, to choreograph. I was on a dance scholarship for a year out of high school at University of Michigan, and while it was an awesome school and an awesome program, it just wasn't for me, so I moved to Los Angeles from there. I did a year-long apprenticeship program at the Performing Arts Center, and that was under the direction of Jackie Slate and Joey Malone. And after I did that, I got an agent, and I did lots of cool stuff in LA. I did some music videos, lots of shows out there, live stage shows. But a lot of the cooler things that I did happen when I moved back home to Michigan. Done lots of stuff around here for Comerica, for Channel 955. I dance with a band, and I've been able to travel to a lot of different states. We haven't gone internationally there, but a lot of different states for the band. I went to Finland a couple years ago. That was a crazy adventure, and I taught for a company out in Helsinki. So that was one of probably the coolest things I've done. I always tell my parents that, you know, they complained about paying for dance and driving me to dance and competitions and this and that, but it's kind of like my hobby as a kid became my profession and my career. It's very cool. I like to think that I'm a pretty versatile dancer and choreographer. I mostly get hired for jazz, jazz funk. And I probably am the best at that. That's my forte. Like I said, it's kind of where I started and where my roots are. However, I like to think that I'm pretty good at different styles as well. I think that my work is rooted a lot in musicality, It hurts my ears and my eyes to see dances that are beautiful choreography, but they'll be these crazy accents and they don't hit them. I think musicality is such a part of my world that that's a big thing for my creation. I've gotten a lot better. I'm thinking back to 10 years when I first started, and everything was very flat. You learn as you go, and I think it's cool too because the year that I was at U of M, I didn't have a choreography class, so I've kind of learned just by watching and seeing things that I liked that other people have done. I judge for a dance competition circuit, Star Systems. Seeing other people's work when I'm judging is a huge tool. It helps me see what I do like, what I don't like. But yeah, musicality. Entertainment factor is huge for me. There's so much beautiful work out there and I don't discredit it, but for me I have to be into it. I can't just watch a piece and say, you know, that was pretty. There has to be movement, it has to give me chills. So when I'm creating a piece, I'm not satisfied and it's just good. There has to be that moment in the dance that you're just it blows you away. So I think musicality, entertainment, versatility are my things. So Motor City Movement, a collaboration with choreographers. It's a show that I co-created with my partner, Ryan Nunley. He is a sound engineer. He graduated from Full Sail College in Florida. He's a sound engineer and also does the lighting and the cues and all that kind of stuff, the behind the scenes stuff that I don't know how to do. I know how to dance. I know a bunch of dancers to get into the show, and I know, the performing aspect of it. So we kind of teamed up, and it started out basically in a selfish way, I hate to say it, but being older and in Detroit, where there is a huge dance scene, but in professional, there's not really a scene for us out here, so I decided to create it. So it started with me saying, I want to perform, I want to do a show where it's adults, 18 and up, where if there's maybe a swear word in the song, that's okay. I don't have to edit it out because I'm used to working with kids so much. And you have to edit even the movements that you do. If something's a little bit too provocative or just too mature, I just wanted a, whatever goes kind of show. So we started Motor City Movement. It's been a huge success. Like I said, this is our 10th show coming up. It's just an outlet for people to just do what they love. Everyone's very supportive. There's no competition. There's no winner. It's tons of different groups. We've got hip hop, we've got contemporary, tap, we've had Tahitian dance. It's like a melting pot. And it's really cool to see the studio life as opposed to like the urban. There's some groups that don't have a studio or space. They'll go practice like in a parking lot. And they're just as good as the people that do have a space to practice. So it's just a really, really cool, positive, encouraging night of dance. A lot of fun. My advice to aspiring professional dancers out there is that you are the only you. You are very special and you have to stop comparing yourself to others. And you need to find what you're good at and really latch onto that. You work on the other stuff, you know it's your downfall, you don't let it hold you back though. You take what you're good at, what you love to do, and you let that be what shines through and let that be what gets you your jobs and into companies and in commercials, all of that in the future. Because everyone has their own special thing. So don't ever compare yourself to others.